Alrighty, guys.
Finger waved. It does nothing.
We are here with Haverom Kalauz. I can't say their full name. I'm saying it wrong. Versus Elune Gaming.
I know
It's round one.
Where's the confidence, man?
Round one, game one of the first qualifier for here in the European Spring Championship. And the first map is Cursed Hollow. The teams have already drafted. It's been a bit of a shaky start, but we can see.
Let's move on over. What do we got so far? All right, so we got Vikings, Jaina, Uther, Sylvanas, and we can't see the Warrior.
I love that bug. It just makes it more exciting. We have one hero that's just hidden from us.
Okay, so if Uther, do we have a Kael'thas? No. All right, so we can probably assume Kael'thas Tyrande was banned, so it's probably a Muradin. If I had to guess. I'll guess it's a Muradin. What other warrior might make sense? Well, I mean, there's a lot picked after that, but Jake, one of the games played for Gold League today.
Yeah.
No Kael'thas ban, no Kael'thas pick.
Do they know what game they're playing?
What? How does that happen?
That's not a real thing.
Oh!
Muradin.
Oh my, it was Muradin.
He knew it. He just knew it. He's so smart. Muradin was either picked or banned.
So probably we had first bans of Tyrande.
Kael'thas.
Yeah. Second bans, is there a Sonya? I see no Sonya.
Could have been Sonya. Could have been Thrall. Thrall's still pretty popular.
Could have been Thrall. Could have been supports. Although Kharazim is quite a bit more popular in Europe, as he should be. He is an incredibly strong healer.
Yeah.
Jake, let me ask you, as a support main, the cleanse change, Kharazim can't... Did I say Kharazim earlier? I feel like I called him...
You said Kharazim.
Okay. Cleanse nerf. Does that, or not really nerf, change? It's still kind of, the verdict is out as to whether that is a
buff for Kharazim?
A buff or not.
I think it's kind of a buff just because of his level 16 talent. You're giving up a lot of healing, but, you know, having a very short second cleanse on him can, in a lot of ways, be a buff because he doesn't have to pick cleanse at 7.
What? You're talking about the root talent at 16?
Yeah.
Or it removes roots? Yeah, but it doesn't take care of stuns. That's the thing.
That's true.
Does not remove stuns.
Well, who knows?
Tricky. All right, let's get to introducing the teams. Who is on the left? So that's Haverom Gaming. We have Sombrero Man on the Vikings.
Let's just read from here. It's going to be easier.
Yeah, okay. All right, Sombrero Man is going to be on the Vikings. We have Low Health on Uther, Spree Nate on Jaina, Karsi on Muradin, and Tractor. That's a name we know. USA boy, son Sylvanas.
The blue side, and that is Elune Gaming with Lemsio playing Falstad. Baritones.
Come on, man.
I played a baritone in grade school, actually. Played by Nazebo.
The saxophone.
Ivafu playing Kharazim. Corelli Jason playing ETC in Malmatato.
The greatest potato.
Awesome.
The greatest potato.
I know.
So, right, Nazebo needs to have a skin where he plays saxophone. And he summons instruments out of the crowd.
Yeah,
that needs to be a thing.
I would pay a lot of money for that to be a thing. Lost Vikings really showing their power already, just splitting up in all 3 lanes, getting the soak, allowing for a huge push in the top lane where Sylvanas is locking on the structures. But have they overstayed their welcome? ETC with a big power slide, going in low health, getting low on health, but he does back away, getting away, carries him going forward the Radiant Dash, and that would be enough for the kill. Uther, of course, still has his Ghost form, keeping the team alive. The rotations are up here, and we do see a very low and now dead Kharazim, and without those heals, I don't know if Red can survive through this.
Okay, picking up a couple more takedowns. Seems to be good. All right, couple things. First of all, we don't have talents. I don't know if you're on the wrong...
No, we're using Aliabs today, but I had to...
Whoa. What happened to the enhanced?
It's just...
Is it buggy?
It's what Kaldor is using, and if we use Clean Feed, I want to have a consistent overlay. Kaldor is using Ali.
Yeah. Okay, well, that explains a lot. So, let's talk a little about what just happened there. So, typically, at least since the scaling changes, a lot of teams have figured out it makes a lot of sense to just dive onto towers. If you guys haven't been following too much competitive heroes as of late, you'll see that. A lot of teams will exchange towers. Now, this used to be a very, very strong strategy with this composition that we see on the left for Haverom Gaming. You have Vikings, you have Sylvanas. It does allow you to really dive heavily onto towers because you can shut them off with the trait of Sylvanas. You're still soaking in the other lanes, which is really... They were really trying to execute the strategy. They ended up ahead on kills for that first exchange, even though they had a very favorable rotation. They weren't really able to execute. So that in itself really does not bode well for Elune Gaming.
It's tough.
It does not bode well because that should be the advantage that you do have in team fights very early on, up through 10. Yes, the soak is going to be quite a bit stronger for Haverom, but you need to make up for it in rotations and team fights. And if you can't manage to get that part of it, you're going to have to change something about your game plan.
Now, one of the benefits of the fact is that they do have False Head. False is very good at rotating.
Oh, the cow!
But yeah, you're just talking about this. They just lost ETC, another death on their side. They're supposed to have a stronger team fight. 2 levels down, not even 3 minutes into this game, and Uther is just going to solo this tribute. They have Soak in all 3 lanes. Sure, they just lost Olaf in mid, but that's negligible. It's only a quarter of the experience you get from a normal hero kill. And they are just propelling forward, about to have their level 7 talents.
That is quite a bit rough, if I have to say so myself. So they got False down the bottom. That's fine. Oh, they're losing more heroes. They can't.
Oh. Ouch.
Oh, boy. We could be in for a wine-making contest right here with all these stops going on in these grapes. What is going on, boys?
Yeah, this is going to be a dead.
So this happens. This happens very, very early on in brackets. This is not good. Okay, all right.
It's denying the XP, getting a few kills on Vikings.
That is a start.
Crucial.
That is a start.
They really do need that, but they've already lost a fort, and they really need to regain some ground. 2 levels down at this point, it's going to be very hard to try to regain their experience deficit up to level 10 with heroics, and then level 10 is, of course, that massive advantage with heroic abilities. Oh, Vikings picked up Giant, Thrive as well.
Yo, I gotta be real with you. Why did ETC take block?
I don't know.
No, he went for the power slide upgrade for the width and speed at 4, but no length at 1. Doesn't want to. Maybe he doesn't want to get too far away from his team.
I've been seeing that.
But then,
though, they don't necessarily always go both.
Yeah. But okay. Well, we got a fight going on here. Great Blizzard going down, getting a lot of value. ETC going down quite early one more time. Low health, actually getting away with a bit of low health. But that again does not bode well.
How many times are we gonna make that joke today? At
just once.
14.
Just once.
I already made it.
Doesn't matter. I get 1. You get 1. We both get 1. Everybody's happy.
Nazebo trying to channel the tribute, but we do have Balog rotating down and will have the interrupt. Now, this is a fight that Nazebo would win, but with Uther making his way up, he will be enough to dissuade Nazebo from controlling this. The rest of the blue team making their way up, so they will control the second tribute. Red just trying to regain some composure and experience in the lanes, which is probably the right call.
Level 10. Very, very close. And when we're looking at not even, if they're going to be 3 levels up at level 10, that's all I got to say to that.
Indeed.
Oh, no,
Good night,
no.
Nazebo.
Oh,
the boss has been attempted in a very cheeky manner, and it looks like Blue is going to go for it. And they do have the heroic advantage, and they are pretty safe in doing so, but Burden almost falling to the roots of that boss.
This is a big mistake, though, for Elune. Like, they could easily contest this, despite the fact that they're down. Like, look how low health everybody is.
It looks like they're thinking about it. The roots going off.
Oh, he almost got Kubi'd.
Yeah, he almost got Kubi'd.
That could have been it. Oh, and he goes up to check, but he's too late.
No,
okay, they're going to get a takedown onto Avatar. Is going to get it. He's being able to dwarf toss out, and they do take out ETC at the last moment with the Divine Shield to get out. They get the boss. They have a level 11 to 8 lead. They now have to clean up this boss. They have the soak for the Vikings.
How often do we see a boss before the third tribute spawns?
Not very often.
That's like
that is the state of the game, boys.
What a good podcast.
Great podcast.
Remember that show?
I do remember that show. All right, 2 tributes up to 3. There's 0 ways for Elune Gaming to contest this. All right, so what does Elune Gaming do at this point? What do you change about your game plan? That's the big question. That is the money question here.
Honestly, they just got to look for picks. Deny Viking soak, punish the Vikings as often as they can, and try to just kind of get those level 10 heroics before the enemy team gets 13.
I think that is the big priority. You got to let everything else go. And you have a little bit of an advantage. There's a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel with this curse hitting, though it sounds bad.
Yeah.
You're at least getting the lanes closer to your structures so that you can try to get that like boost of experience quickly. It's like a bit of a burst to catch you up in that experience. Get you to level 10. Figure out your game plan. I hope there's a big change in their ability to fight after level 10. They're very likely going to take, what, Gust, Mosh Pit, Ravenous Spirit. So, I mean, if they hit a really, really nice Mosh Pit, sure, Ravenous Spirit should, in theory, be able to clean that up quite well. Do they have enough burst in AoE for the rest of it, though? I'm questioning it.
It's going to be tough. We just heard another one of those really, really weird sounds. I have no idea.
Wait, okay, both games, ETC has had that costume on.
But it sounded like a jig. Oh, nice ETC going forward with the power slide, and they do lose Nazeebo in the process, though ETC very little pinching ground, not enough to peel for him as the Kona Code comes out, getting a second kill. The walls are down, giving 1,300 experience to the blue team, but they're not bold enough to pressure this.
Still, like they don't have the soak. They can honestly back up, take their giants.
Gosh.
Like, look at this, 5-level lead for a moment.
Wow. Yeah, this is tough. Now, Heroics have now finally been picked up on the red side. We do see Mosh with Hyperion, Divine Palm, Gargantuan was picked up, so they're not trusting, those big Revenant Spirits with the threat of Wailing Arrow, Stormbolt, and Hammer of Justice. And then they have Mighty Gust for the disengage.
Call me crazy, Jake. Call me crazy, but I think you should have gone Hinterland's Blast this game.
Probably.
What are you scared of? What do you need to disengage? Like,
right.
Yeah, you can, if you're a really, really godlike false side player, you're going to be able to, push people into walls, make use of that slow.
Push people into a mosh pit, but it's so unlikely to see that.
It's going to be tough. Those types of plays are quite a bit easier once you have Epic Mount to be able to fly to the other side of the team, push them into those scenarios, but I'm thinking maybe Hinterland's Blast just for the extra bit of burst damage.
Well,
that's tough. It's a tough call to make, and I mean it's a situation you never want to be in where you're down almost 4 levels at this point.
That sound
it's just absolutely slaying Jake.
What is it? Is he like stepping on a rubber ducky while he power slides? I don't even know, man. All right, well, looks like they want to push him with this boss in the bottom lane. They have every right to do so. Vikings continuing to soak the middle and top lane, but Hyperion coming out, trying to force them back as they focus on the boss. Keep taking a lot of damage in turn regardless.
Yeah, they're shouldn't be able to... I mean, the Hyperion did a great job sort of disengaging. Really did kind of scare them off. Okay, double stun going down. Not going to follow up on it. Yeah, that is ETC. I swear it is ETC.
It has to be. It is actually just slaying me like you said. Vikings still a big problem, but the benefit is the tribute count has been reset. Downside, level 12 to level 16, Kubi.
Yeah.
2-tier advantage.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That's brutal. Okay, we're picking up the Benediction. Patience to Virtue. Stone Form, a lot more survivability. A little bit more damage output with the Cold Embrace. I'm going to assume they went for Numbing Blast at 16.
Yeah. All right, Balog is down. We see the Mighty Gust being cast in a very preemptive Divine Palm.
There it is. That's your chance.
Yeah.
You see the Mosh Pit going down. They do able to get one takedown onto Jaina. What else can they do? They need more. They need so much more. I realize that you're down 3 levels at this point. Huge difference in stats, but you had a huge play. Huge play with that, and I don't think there are any Vikings included in that. So you hit 3 of the core members of the team.
They got one of the Vikings. I think Balog's down still.
Was it? No, that was early in the fight. They picked up, not from the mosh pit is what I'm saying.
I see.
You pick up a mosh pit like that, you gotta make something happen.
Well,
and if you're going Gus, you gotta fly to the other side after the mosh pit. At least blow him into the wall. I don't know. Something.
Gus had already been used.
Had it? All right. Well, I'm trying to theory craft ways for Elune Gaming to turn this around.
All right, Balog is going to be able to use that jump and walk away. And it looks like blue team, they don't even care about this one tribute. They've already gotten 4 in a row, and they're just going to start working on this boss. Diving over the wall, Eric has fallen, but now we have Rainer in a very bad spot. He is certainly going to fall here. We do have red team kind of scrambling. A ton of indecision.
Yeah.
Karazim was thinking of going up. These guys had backed up, and
they'll just take boss, trade off for a tribute. Not even going to turn into a curse at this point. Even still able to harass. This Vikings player is quite good. I will say.
Severa, man, making the plays.
He's doing well. Can we see what his experience log is? If he's more than triple anybody else on the team. Can we see that here? No, we can't. Oh, Jake. Oh.
I don't remember.
XP.
Oh, yeah, 24.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
MVP.
Usually a Vikings player, if they're doing well, they're just a little bit above triple anyone else's experience.
So,
yeah, he's doing so well. He's barely dying. 3. How many times has the Vikings died total?
3 maybe.
Yeah, he's doing insane. I gotta give credit. And I think this is gonna force out a Vikings ban. I'm already talking about game 2 at this point. It's gonna. Well, if it's a large map. I mean, if they take him to something like Tomb of the Spider Queen or something to that effect, that makes a lot of sense.
Well,
you guys are 4 levels up. You guys can force end at this point.
Oh no! The keep has been saved. What is that piece?
Not for long. I don't think. No, they can't do anything with these minions going in.
Boop. Woo. And
That's all
all 3 keeps.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they could end off of this, but they could force mistakes easily. Like, you just start attacking the core and force mistakes. Like, you're so far ahead in experience and, like, stats.
And the
like,
Vikings are just everywhere. Sombrero Man is just on top of it. He's already going to be getting another tribute here. Red team can't even think about going out. The Haunting Wave nearly killing the 3rd and final remaining keep on the side of the red team. And they are just about completely pinned to the wall.
I have no words.
Yeah, it's not really a lot to say right now.
So what do you change for game 2? Do you actually ban out the Vikings early?
Take them to a smaller map.
Yeah, you got to take them to Tomb of the Spider Queen.
The map is blue. Every single mercenary camp except this night camp back here has been captured and is in favor of the blue team, sitting on 4 to 5 level lead pretty much throughout the entire game, above 2 levels prior to the 3-minute marker. Just right out of the gates, they showed that dominance, and when the boss is up, they just say, you know, that's a safe option. They're going to go pick that up. The smartest play to do.
Look at this, like, pincer attack from the Vikings, just like keeping them completely suppressed. All right, level 16. You have a half level. You got to dive. Do something crazy. That's your only chance. That is the only chance. All right, so you got bullseye. You have options. Like, the team should have just immediately gone right to this boss. This is the only time window you have to fight. All right, make something happen. We got a mosh pit going down, hitting 2 members. We do see the Divine Shield being thrown down into Murden. He is able to stun the ETC out, and this is really going to be pushing them back. Uther, wow, that is able to get out at the last moment.
The Willing Arrow hit the entire team, allowing them to disengage. Uther goes back and hammering, connecting, but the heal is there in time. And Hyperion doing a lot of damage, but is it enough? Red is very low, and they're just slowly getting pulled apart due to that big level advantage. 2 heroes down, Jaina and Uther have fallen, but the Ghost of Uther providing the heals, and Mighty Gus used last minute, but Haunting Wave had been cast, and he gets forward and takes out Falstaff.
Uses the fact that he's in the Ghost form, has the redemption at level 20 that was picked up in the middle of that team fight because of some of the kills that were, and it was able to get him past the Gus because he's invulnerable to it, and then get the healing wave off to kill Falstaff. That's got to feel really bad. So that is game number 1 going to Haverom.
Esports boys, that was
indeed esports. All right, so what is the ruling for map picks? I assume losing team chooses either map or first pick.
I believe so. Yes.
You take the map.
Yeah, you take the map. You say
map is like almost like a ban at this point,
right?
For Vikings, like if you just pick the right map. Now I don't know how the striking process works for the maps. That is the thing. Do they get a striker, or I think they can just go to any map.
Yeah. I think so, too.
Yeah.
Any map except for Haunted Mines, which is not allowed in this
series.
It's
not in the
Grey Mane is banned today, and Haunted Mines is banned from the entire series. It will not be playable in any of the Road to BlizzCon moving forward. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna figure out what's going on with the next game, and we're gonna get ready for that. We'll be back after a very short commercial break. Stay tuned.